On today's episode, we are going to cover how you utilize Google Gemini LLM within n8n. So what we're going to do for this example is we're going to have it create a unique LinkedIn message for us. And what that LinkedIn message is going to talk about is compound interest. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on the create workflow button. And we're going to go in here and we're going to grab some stock data off of a sheet that I've already created in Google Sheets right here. And we're going to go into actions. We're going to say get row in sheet. Okay. We are going to connect to our Google Sheets account. And from here, I'm going to choose the document and we call that N8 stocks. And the data is in sheet 1. All right. So let's go ahead and execute this step to make sure it pulls back. Okay, there it is. Today's current stock prices. And the reason I'm doing this is because Google Gemini can't go out and get the live stock price, but we have a workaround. What we can do is we created a spreadsheet and we created a formula that actually goes out and grabs today's stock prices. So now that that node is done, let's go back to the canvas and let's click on the plus sign. And here we're going to search for Gemini. Right there is the Google Gemini. And what we are going to do is generate a message right here, message a model. Okay. Now, what we want to do here is connect first of all. And let me explain something about this connection. Inside AI Studio, there is a free API key. So within AI Studio, what you do is you go get API key, and it will actually walk you through getting the API key for this module. I've already done it, so I've already entered my credentials, but all you have to do is go into here and say create API key. So let's go back to our workflow. Now within here, what we're going to do is we are going to give it a prompt. And I've already got that prompt written over here. And let's say that we are going to write a LinkedIn post for us. So let's copy that over, right here. Boom. Now let's copy what we've done in the other spreadsheet so we can get live data. Okay. There we go. So basically all I'm saying is write a LinkedIn post about the power of compounding interest. Write it about the following stocks, right? And what's cool about this is it actually gets the live stock price of, I'm doing this for Google, Nvidia, and Sentinel-1. Now, if you were to do it inside Gemini and say, go get current stock prices, it can't do it. So that's why I went out and I created a spreadsheet and I actually went out and got some live data. So there's workarounds where you get, prohibited from doing certain tasks within your LLM. So now the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go back to the canvas. Okay. And let's move this over some. Okay. We've got our data here. We've got our data there. All right. All right. Now, what we're going to do is right here, we're going to click on the plus sign. And then we're going to, at the very last part of this, is we're going to send a Gmail message to ourselves. Right here, we're going to send it to Stan at Jez Digital. Right. And we are going to end up sending and part of an array. So, but first thing we got to do is go back here. Let's run the message model. Okay. Let's try to execute this step, make sure it works correct. Oh, problem with my workflow. Cannot be exceeded. Oh, duh. Well, here's a problem. Perfect example. I didn't put in what model we wanted to use. We want to use 2.5 for this example. Okay. Just the 2.5 flash. All right. As soon as I can find it, there's a 2.0 flash. There we go. So for this model, I'm just going to do 2.5 flash. You'll see it came here on the error messages. Okay, now let's try to execute that step again. Okay, now it's processing. So it's taking what we wrote for the prompt. it actually is taking the actual live data of the stock. And here we go. We've got a module. Now you'll notice this is in kind of it's inside the content. It's in an array basically, right? Here's the text. So now let's go back to our workflow. Now let's go into here, into the mail. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to write this JSON contents part.text. We're going to have to rip out the text from that LLM model response that we got. So I'll put this in the comments below. So let's go back to our workflow. Now for our message, all we got to do is copy that in, and there we go. So let's give it a subject. We'll call it LinkedIn article. Okay. Right, there we go. Now let's go ahead and back. Let's go run the whole model. Okay, let's see if we got any errors. Nope, it's thinking, it's going out and it's actually processing. Now it's creating an entirely new article for us, and it's going to send us a message. Boom, boom, boom. Now let's see if it comes to our Microsoft Outlook account. Over here, waiting. So there we go. I heard it come in. Boom, let's see what it is. Here's our LinkedIn article. And here we go. We've got it. It talks about, here it is. The subject is the silent superpower of wealth building. So I've never seen this article before. It just created this, right? Now you'll notice it went out and got my live data from my shares, right here. Assume that we had 100 shares each, right? And it talked about compounding interest and what it will do with our current investments of 100 shares of each of those 3 stocks, and giving a return of 10% per year over 30 years. And this is pretty cool. But what you can do with this is you can have it take some of the posts that you already create and go across platforms. So if I write something in LinkedIn, right? And then I can say, okay, now take this post and do the same thing for it, except make it towards an Instagram crowd, right? Or a Facebook post, or some sort of TikTok video. But anyhow, this is it. This is exactly what we were looking for. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe below, and let me know what you guys think or what you want to see it next. Okay, thanks. Have a good night. Bye-bye.